Hey, so some of you know me as Mstimaj. And since 2023, I've been learning and working with AI, and I want to start sharing what I'm learning from inside the tech bubble because it is a tech bubble. I go outside and talk to regular people, and they're like, what are you talking about? But I want to start sharing what I'm learning from the tech bubble so that you can start to leverage AI as well. I want to cover two things. One, what is AI? Because once you understand what AI is, you'll leverage it better. Two, I want to cover the difference between generative and agentic and why right now is agentic. The move is agentic. So, what is AI? At its core, it's pattern recognition, right? It predicts things based on patterns. So, it already has data and patterns that it's already been trained on, but if you can master kind of giving it your own patterns so that it can predict responses based on your customization, your personalization, then your output or what you're getting back from it, whether it's documents, images, whatever it is you're doing, they end up being better once you create those patterns. So now let's talk about generative versus agentic. Most people who are currently using AI are using generative, right? Those chat box like ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini, the chat box Perplexity. You type something and then it generates a response. It's in the name, generative AI, right? So generative is when it generates a response back to you. It could be you prompt it with something and it answers you, or it makes a document for you and it gives it to you. Makes an image for you, generates an image, and then provides it to you. Now let's cover what is agentic. The best way I can explain agentic is by saying it's a worker. Simply put, it works for you. It doesn't just again, it's in the name. It's an agent, right? So the thing with agentic is there is structure needed. So let's say you have an idea. You have this idea. I'll use myself. I had an idea about music. I love music. I wanted to find a way to do some artistry, right? To demonstrate some artistry in imagery and music and tell a story all in once. That requires a lot of operational steps and also publish that music so that I can profit if any of them become popular or people do stream them. But it requires a structure, right? It requires me knowing first me creating the art and the music, and then the operational process of creating like the file structure, which tech people call repos, right? It's a directory, and then getting all the information for that, right? An agentic AI is going to organize that structure for you. When you train it correctly, it's going to develop and recognize a pattern and then execute that pattern moving forward. And we're at the point where these agents have access to the internet so they can fill out forms. So they basically, you can create an entire system because with agentic, you need a system. And then it develop a pattern that it then can repeat for you, and then it also works for you. It goes out onto the web, it fills things out, it collects data, it does research, compiles them. It's to the point where they're making videos. The main tool I use doesn't generate images, but it is an operational agent that I use. So I'm gonna start talking about this more because I know there's so many people that I've known in my lifetime that are creatives, they're business owners, they have side hustles, they have a lot of things that they want to accomplish. And if you can see that having an AI agent, not a generative model that you're just talking to, but an agent is like your own employee. I just want you to think about how you can leverage that. And then if you have questions for me, I'll try my best to answer them. And I'll keep this going. Always, guys, it's always forward, upward, and onward.